Take 393. Just kidding. Hey all, it's been a while. I know. I haven't been focusing on YouTube at all. I've been focusing on me. I've actually had 3 back procedures on my lower back. I actually, if you listen to Jeff, I actually haven't been able to walk that well for a long time. I actually was in a wheelchair a lot of time there about 20 years ago, 23 years ago, for about off and on for 5 years. Couldn't walk very far, but I got myself out of there, and then you've seen me on Finding Bigfoot and all that using a cane. Well, since the back procedures, I actually had problems with both legs. The lower back was terrible, and I was having problems walking. I was on a cane. I had pain down both legs, lower back pain, sciatica, cramping. I actually was getting worse, and a lot of what Jeff said was true. I mean, I couldn't even keep going with him on the TV thing and the show. But since then, I found a great doctor in Fresno, and I'm going to say his name because he is a miracle worker. His name is Dr. Key, K-Y, Key. He has done 3 back procedures on me, lower back procedures, where he clipped, like, say I have a bulge and it's pressing on the nerves like that, and it's pressing up against other stuff on the other side like that, pushing up against it. He went on this side and clipped it all out, so the bulge is still there pushing, but it's not pushing up against anything, and it relieved the pressure on the nerve. And now on the left side, I am totally 100%, and I can walk really well. No pain, no sciatica on the left side, and a lot of it down the right side. The last procedure he did was for the right side, but he told me that one is so bad that he couldn't clip any more, and there's still pressure, and there's still pressure, and sciatica, and numbness. Man, there's a lot of traffic today. I can't help that. On the 21st, I have another procedure on the lower back. This one's a little more invasive than the last 3. This one, he's going to put a kind of like a little clamp thing on the lower back, and it's going to hold the spine open, because right now it's all, the disc is all collapsed, pushing that bulge out on the nerve. Well, he's going to open that up and then clip this clamp on there to keep it held open and keep the pressure off of the disc, which will take the bulge down that's pushing on the nerve and push. Then where he clipped enough where if he relieves the pressure off of the disc and the bulge, it will maybe not make me 100% on the right side, but it will relieve a lot of pressure that I have right now, and I'll be able to walk a lot better than I even am right now. And I haven't used a cane in about 5 months. I'm like jazzed. I wanted to do videos. For YouTube, and I went out with Adolf a few times out in the field, and I have video. I just can't concentrate good enough to put anything together or sit there and edit or really think straight at all. And it kind of hurts a little bit that I have to put YouTube on hold, but it's only temporary. And hopefully YouTube's still around in about 3 months. It's going to take a good 3 months to heal from this procedure. So don't expect anything from me anytime soon. If it happens, you know, that I heal up faster than the last few procedures, because what was happening was I would get a procedure, 10 days, I would be completely down. Excuse me. I would be completely down. And then I would go in for a follow-up. They would remove the bandages. And then 2 months about, I would be healing still. About the time that I was all healed up from that procedure, they would have scheduled another procedure, and I would have that done, and then it would be the same thing again, 10 days till the follow-up to remove the bandages, and then another 2 months healing time. And by the time I was all healed up, I would already have scheduled another procedure, which was 3 procedures. This is number 4. I'm all healed up from the last one. And this coming Tuesday, the 21st of June, I'll be in for the 4th procedure. Now, there was some other procedures I did prior to the more invasive procedures that he was doing, and these were shots along the spine and stuff like that, and they worked, but they only worked for 4 or 5 days, and then I was back to not able to walk again. So for a while now, I've been out of commission, but getting better every single time, but not better enough where I felt like if I started doing YouTube videos, I want to do them on a regular basis. I don't want to put a video out and then nobody hears from me for months, like how this one's going to be. But I think everybody deserves a little update on what I'm doing, and also to know that this isn't a permanent YouTube channel closure. This is actually focusing on me to make it better, where I can actually do more than I ever have in years. And I'm looking forward to it. I'm actually looking forward to this procedure, even though I know it's going to hurt and I'll be down for a couple of months, maybe 3. This one's supposed to be a little more than the last 3 I've done. So the 4th one's going to be a little more, you know, putting that little piece in there and holding the spine open off of the disc. So that's a little more involved than the last few, which were clipping the cartilage around the other side of the nerve to relieve the pressure off of it. This time it's going to be putting something in there. And there's even one more procedure after that that I can do that will I think it's a Medtronic. I'm not sure, but it's somewhat the last thing they can do. If this one doesn't put me at 100%, there's another one that I guess confuses the signal of the thing. And I don't really want to think about it yet. I want to get this one out of the way, and I'm hoping and praying this one is the final one. And everybody, I could use all of your prayers. I'm looking forward to it. I've been praying for all of you. Right now we're in some really weird times. I think that if you haven't bought silver, you probably should. If you have a 401k in the stock market or any kind of retirement savings or even savings, I would not have that in the bank or in the stock market. I would roll everything over into precious metals as much as you can, because I don't think we're going to last very much longer in the system that we're in right now. And so I know you're hearing it from everywhere, but I want you to know that we are getting really close to the whole thing crashing. And I encourage everyone to look into saving what they do have. Don't lose it, okay? Don't lose it. And then I want to also share something I've been doing. I've been making leather, and this is the last one I did. This is the one I just finished. It's for Chuck. If you're watching, Chuck, here I'm showing it again. Excuse me. This is for his nephew Ernesto, all hand carved. Everything, even the lettering, is hand carved. It's beautiful. Like, I haven't done leather in so long. And how this came about was I needed something to get my mind off of pain. And this happened to be something I could do. And I could work out a little while and then I could stop. And I could work out a little while and I could stop. And that kind of belt right there takes about several days for me to do. But I can do some that they take less. This is one of the first ones I did. It's just a regular work belt. And I made it for me and I was wearing it and everything. And they take me 3 or 4 hours accumulative, right? Like I could work on it for 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. And then I can come back to it until I complete this. And this is just a work belt. I've been selling them for $60, and I've sold a few already. And I thank the people that have bought those from me. And then, you know, that was the belt I made for me. Now I have another one that I just made for me. It's more like along the line of what I did for Ernesto, but this one I did before Ernesto, and it's me. And I know my name is a little bit crooked, but most people stamp the lettering. Okay, I don't do that. I trace the letters on here, and I could have got it straight because I'm tracing it, but only I didn't even know if I could do it. I didn't know if that was even a viable thing. So this is really like a trial and error thing right here. But only I carve everything in. Can you believe that, huh? Like, I should show that other belt. It's even better than this one. But I put my initials just like I did on Ernesto. And I put feathers. Well, where's the feather? Right there. And I put a feather over here. Well, let me see. Here we go. That's a feather. But yeah, this is something I've been doing to get my mind off of pain, get my mind off of not being able to make YouTube videos. Wow, the wind's blowing, all kinds of noise. Hopefully this microphone system that I'm using, wireless, is keeping the sound like not overpowering my voice. I'm pretty sure it is. But so I thought I would get on here, and I wanted to go live, but I was doing something else. I had to set the camera up and make a video on how to measure a belt, because it's important. Like, if someone that doesn't live near me where I can't measure their waist has to be able to measure their belt so that I can make it exactly fit them. Okay, so this is the one that I did for Chuck and his nephew, and yeah, I think it's really beautiful. But then, hey, I made it, so you know, probably is, huh? But you could tell his lettering is straight because now I know I can do it. And all hand carved and tooled. This one takes me several days to make. This one, I guess if you added all the hours up, it was about 4 days. And the lettering, I tried to offset the lettering right there. I maybe should have made it even, but hey, That's what makes it custom, right? And the feather. Oh, it's so beautiful. I think it's beautiful. I love doing these. I am working on some that will have Bigfoots and aliens and all kinds of stuff like that. I'm collecting artwork right now for it, and I'm going to be doing that. And I'm looking forward to putting stuff out there for you guys. But like what I was talking about, the video I was doing, you measure from the bend in the belt on your belt that you use, and then you measure from that bend all the way to the hole that you use the most on your belt. And that's the number that you give me, and I can create a belt that will be whatever you design, whatever design you like, and it will fit you perfect, or pretty much perfect. And it'll be custom to the person, and that's what I'm doing. And I'll probably not even be able to do that after this procedure coming up. But so here for a couple of months or more, I'll be not doing anything but laying around healing up. After that, sky's the limit. I'll be hiking, camping, going out in the field, investigating, looking into some other reports. Like, everything's off the chart right now. There's more Bigfoot sightings, more UFO stuff. In fact, don't be deceived, okay? There is some UFO stuff coming that is going to be fake. But it's going to be so real that it'll be hard not to believe it. But I want you all to know that whatever's coming is going to be fake, and it's going to come with this crash, and all the, like, a lot of businesses are going to close. A lot. As the truth comes out, it's going to be pretty sickening what we're going to learn, that these elites, you know who I'm talking about, the 1%ers, we're going to find out some really bad things about our leaders and the movers and shakers of our country. I don't know how deep it's going to go from the top down. I know it's going to be from the top down, though, and it's going to be sickening. I want you all to look into that. Don't be deceived, okay? Don't be deceived. These entities are demonic. They're demonic. And don't think they're anything but that. They will be able to deceive. I'm even thinking maybe that this is the end. This is the end of everything that we know now to something really great if you know Jesus. If you don't know Jesus, I would get to know him, because I have a feeling we're at the end here. All the signs point to it. If you read Revelation about the end, you will see that we are at the end and everything's happening. There's seismic storms, all the weather, all that is fake. The weather thing, it isn't fake that it's not happening. It's fake that they've been doing it to us. Okay, it's all man-made. They've done weather modification forever. But what's coming is glorious. Like, there will be no need for oil or solar or any of that. We've been robbed for 100 years at least on technology, and all that technology is going to come out now. That's something to look forward to. But don't be falling on the side of the demonic, okay? Please don't. Don't be deceived. It's very important, because I don't want to. I want to see everyone on the other side. Okay, I do want to see everyone on the other side. I don't want anyone to be missing out on this. But anyways, uh, it's good to see all of you. I'm praying for all of you. Please pray for me as I go through this last procedure. I don't know if it's the last one, but this next procedure. I am praying that I come out of it on the other side even better than I am now, which is pretty darn good. The last time I was out with Adolf, he was telling me he couldn't believe how well I was motivating around. He was like, "Oh my gosh, man, you know, because I never seen you move like that, like really doing well." And it's encouraging. I probably could keep up with Jeff after this, but I think I want to do my own thing, and I like the direction Jeff's going with himself. He's doing really well. I encourage that he keep going. I have a feeling at the end, if this isn't the end, and we come out on the other side of this thing still here, and everything's going to be better. But only there's going to be no Hollywood movies. There's going to be no banking. There's going to be no stores, manufacturing. All kinds of stuff is going to crash. But that leaves the TV industry wide open. There's going to be nothing. So Jeff's going to be on the cutting edge of this next phase that we're going to, the slavery that we're going to lose and break free from. And we'll be doing, hopefully this is what happens, and Jeff will be on the cutting edge, and he'll be doing things. I foresee him, you know, maybe even having his own network. I mean, that's all that could be. And all of you people that have talents and experience in certain fields and stuff, look to being putting that together and being the movers and shakers of the next phase that we're coming into, or the next I guess real world that we've been robbed of, that we finally get to be really the master of our destiny and no more slavery under the one percenters. And I want to say, I encourage everyone to think about what you're going to be doing after this happens, because it's going to be hard. I mean, I just said everything's going to crash, but that leaves everything to be brought back, but under good people. And maybe you guys are some of those good people. You know, think, if you're creative and do movies, think about doing movies. Or content like I'm doing. If you're in manufacturing, think about being the mover and shaker in whatever it is that you manufacture. If you're in retail, think about, you know, opening up retail for the people that'll be making things to sell to people. Sky's the limit coming up. Be thinking about that, and think about protecting yourself right now too, and your assets. Don't lose them, because it's all going away. All that is the old system that has us under slavery, and we've been being robbed, taxed forever on every last single thing. All that's going away. So think about it. It's good to be back and talking to you guys. I just want to encourage everyone that I'm not gone for good. I will be back even better than before, and I look forward to getting back to it, and I will see you all real soon.